Dave.
John.
Shane.
Chad.
These Sci-Fi Guys.
Welcome to These Sci-Fi Guys. I am Dave, and with me is Shane.
Hey, everybody.
John.
You're hearing these voices too, right?
Only a few of them, not all of them.
And Chad.
Hello there.
I'm still coughing, so y'all don't make me laugh too much, all right?
All right.
Oh, that's less fun. That's a challenge now, Dave.
I know.
Okay, fine. I'll just mute myself. Anyway, today we're doing the movie The Wild Robot. This is another one. We haven't done very many of these where the movie is a relatively recent movie. I mean, when did this come out? Last year? Like 2024. Yeah, 2024. So start things off. Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Before I go to the slide, Shane, what do you think its percentage was?
Ooh. Gosh, this is hard. I'm going to say
We're not doing
mid-80s.
popcorn meter. We're going to do Rotten Tomato meter.
Okay.
Don't look it up, Shane.
I'm not looking it up.
You did last time.
I did not. I called it, and it was right. So thank
He
you.
called it. He did call it.
I called it.
Sure.
I'm going to say 84. I don't know. 84.
84. Okay. John.
76.
Okay. Chad.
75.
Price is writing me.
Ready for this?
Yep.
90.
Wow.
Whoa. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Popcorn,
I expected a decent score. I just didn't expect that high.
That's
Yeah. I mean,
crazy.
we're talking Lord of the Rings,
yeah.
numbers here.
Wow.
And I mean, it was a cartoon, and don't get me wrong, it was a great cartoon, but to see those kind of numbers from Rotten Tomatoes, I was
It's
shocked,
impressive.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
huge. Goodness.
very shocked.
Mm.
So let's move John up here since he's going to be the one asking the questions. And am I missing anything before we start the questions? No, that's it. Sorry, it's been a crazy week. So
Yeah.
and it's only Monday. So
Yeah, it's been a week this day.
Amen.
Monday.
It's only Monday, Mr. Mom.
yeah, it's only Monday. Oh man!
Or I guess
All right,
in
go
this
ahead, John.
case, Robot Mom, you know?
True.
So speaking of, hey, this lovely little helper robot, we start simple here. I mean, realistically, it is a kid's movie. There are deeper themes here, but like, why go too deep on such a fun and simple film? So my question to you guys is, what would we personally use this type of robot for?
To make my life a whole lot easier and a whole lot lazier.
yes. Yes.
I mean, I think of times where I'm just sitting around like, oh man, I need to get up and do that. I need to go wash the dishes. Oh, hey, Ross, go do the dishes for me. Go unload the dishwasher. I kind of like a personal servant. I mean, I understood what they designed them for, and I could totally see us as Americans, especially doing that. Just using them as slave labor. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Yard work. Oh, hey, I don't have to go out and mow the lawn, and not all of us have little robots that go around and mow the lawn for us.
He so just called you out.
John, what's going on over there, buddy?
What? Oh,
What do you
sorry,
want?
I heard a buzzing behind me.
Oh, so
Uh-huh.
your
Yeah,
robot
yeah.
coming to get you?
Hey, my grass is nice and short, even with all this rain. So, nanny boo boo.
I got fiber lines all over my lawn right now that they have to come and bury.
Hmm.
Oh,
It takes
painful.
Painful.
Oh, painful, especially with how you've seen how long my driveway is.
Mhm.
You know, it's the box is way up at the top, and then they have to go all the way around. At least they didn't go underneath my driveway.
True.
My next door neighbor, they had to go underneath my driveway to get to his, but
Yeah.
mine they didn't. They just went around the front of the house and then kind of looped it around to the back.
Mhm.
So
Hey,
I'm
there
like,
you go.
okay, whatever.
Unless you don't drive over it.
True.
I drive over his every day, especially with a big school bus, 4
Fair.
times a day. You know,
Fair.
I'm just waiting for him to have all the issues yet, but yeah. Anyway,
All right,
we're
what about
trying
the
it
rest of
tonight.
you?
This is the first time I'm using fiber, so we'll see how it works tonight compared to.
So far, you're crystal
Starlink.
clear.
I think you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I haven't canceled Starlink yet. I'm waiting till
Yeah.
we know because they sent us a bill and it was a lot higher than what they told us, and we're like, wait a minute. So
Mhm.
they're fixing it.
Hmm.
Anyway, John.
Um.
Oh, somebody else. I'm the one other talking. Somebody else. Yeah. What would you guys use this robot for? Shane, how about you jump in?
So this really reminds me of. I'm gonna throw back some. This really reminds me of Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. You remember that cartoon?
Yeah.
It really hits home with the Jetsons right there for me. But to me, I mean, when you think about this robot when you first meet him, I mean, it's very much like chores and home things, organizing different stuff like that. Absolutely. But the more that you get to know Roz, the more really just like Rosie and the Jetsons, she really becomes a part of the family. But I think it would be, at least at first, very much this is what I need done in the house or around here and there. So yeah.
For sure. Chad?
Yeah, I agree. I kind of see being that in the Jetsons, but Roz didn't give him no quickie one-liners as the Jetsons robot. So
Fair.
But I kind of enjoyed it. It's like I said, it's for what it is. It's good. I can see why it was up in the 90s in the popcorn meter or both.
Hey, there you go. Well, this ultimately is still a robot. It was programmed to be a helper. And we see as the film goes on, it finds ways to at least manipulate its roles. And my question to you guys is, even with a true AI, meaning like artificial intelligence that could think and feel, which is very complex, hasn't happened yet, doesn't seem like that type of AI is going to happen for a while. But even with that, could a robot really actually change their programming or at least manipulate the rules to a point that it appears that way?
In theory, no, because robot is programmed by code, programmed by human to do point A to point B. But as we've seen in other movies, other go. I'm sorry, we gotta go this way. Skynet, they're self-involving AI that must protect myself and go. Let's destroy the humans. So I can see both ways.
Fair.
Yeah, yeah. The whole Skynet thing was the first thing that came to my mind, to be honest with you. But I know that as AI is developing, and you hear this in the news, and if you're like me and you like to look at different stuff on YouTube and things like that, and watch a lot of podcasts, there is a lot of talk. Listen to podcasts. Sorry, there's a lot of talk about the ever increasing advances in AI and what AI is able to do and what it potentially could I'm gonna be able to do when you're talking about AI agents coming in and different things like that. You think about the upgrades in ChatGPT that we have now. And speaking as somebody that uses ChatGPT a lot for work, these are things that we have to think about. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it would ever go as far as what we fear, like with a Skynet or Terminator or anything like that. But at the same point, it's something to think about, as it keeps advancing rapidly.
Well, I mean, there's so many movies. I know all these movies are fiction, but we did iRobot, and it did the same thing. Vicky did the same thing, became conscious, whatever the word is, basically self-aware. That you need to protect themselves, and of course,
Sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
We had Hal, that was the same way. I know I did earlier with the Cylons, that's what the whole TV series is all about, is basically they're overcoming their programming and becoming basically like human, but they're still robots. So I don't think it could truly happen in reality. I think it's a science fiction thing, which of course we're science fiction guys. Science fiction. So I think it's great to talk about, but I don't think truly. What was the movie we watched? War Games. Where what was it? Joshua.
Joshua.
Joshua. Joshua basically was the computer, and it got confused on what was happening because the computer thought it was playing a game, but in reality, all this real stuff was happening. So I can see something like that truly happening, but to get past its computer programming, it's an old 80s saying, garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
So if you put garbage into a program, you're going to get garbage out. So it just depends on what actually gets inputted to that AI in the first place.
And see, I think that's kind of where I fall on it, because ultimately, to me, even with artificial intelligence, it is still a program. And the more you change a program, the more you're introducing bugs. And I think that's what would kind of devolve it regardless, is because eventually the program would just amplify its own bugs over time. And I think that would kind of lead to like either a stupidification, like stupefying, it becoming stupider, more stupid. It'd go to Jupiter.
There. That's free vocabulary. Good job.
It would go to Jupiter. It'd get more stupider, and then it just fell apart. And I think that there is what would happen if the robot tried to change its programming too much. So
in other words, it's going to turn into a Southern hillbilly.
Worse, I think. I think more the Goonies.
Okay.
John's Southern accent for the win. I'm just going to say.
Yeah.
It's there. It's deep. I just choose not to use it. And even when I choose not to, it's still there.
I would love to be able to do that. So.
Well, this was a helper robot. It did happen to stumble upon a goose. What animal, though, do you think would do best with this type of robot? Like it found a goose, it helped the goose. But what do you think would have been better?
I think. Huh? Go ahead.
A dog. Man's best friend. I mean, I really think. I mean, Roz was shaped similar to a human. Bipedal, 2 arms, a body, and just how dogs just. They're just, I love you. You're so awesome. And then they get upset when you leave, and then they're so happy when you come back. Like, you can walk out the door and come right back. And they're like, you've been gone forever. And it's like, no. So that's just me. I'm sorry if I jumped in there, Shane, but
no, you're fine.
Yeah. I think a dog would be a really, and with the way its arms and legs, I mean, it can actually mimic the dog's movements a whole lot easier too. Instead of trying to fly and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Shane. You jump in.
I think, it would have been cool with it helping the beaver, with the beaver trying to build dams and different things like that. Because it basically went when the beaver first when Roz first came, she took the dam out, thinking it would be helpful. So, I mean, I think it would be cool to have her help the beaver build dams and stuff. I think it'd be fun.
I don't know. I think Dave took the one for the dog.
I can see the beaver idea. I mean, think about it with its computer programming and all that. I'm sure it's got engineering inside of there somehow, and it would be able to figure out, okay, to to get the best, where this won't get knocked down again. You'll put
Mhm.
this here, that I totally can see that.
Yeah, I don't know. I see the dog. I even see the bear helping the bear out finding perfect hibernators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Honestly, I think dog is probably the most logical considering it's based off of a human. But I think I like hijacking the bear idea a little bit, just because I would love to see it take this huge angry predator and just slowly like befriend it and make it kind,
Mhm.
or even almost like classic Pooh Bear style big grizzly that's just lazy, just coming off a hibernation and just like trying to get it to do anything. I don't know. I think it could have been very entertaining to see it kind of go that route.
It could have been.
Yogi.
Yeah.
What a yogi.
Hey, boo
Let's still
boo.
think boo.
Hey, boo boo boy.
All right.
Let's still
Oh,
for
man.
picnic baskets.
Picnic
We're
biscuit.
all on it.
We're all tired. That's why we're cutting up.
Valid. Oy. Well, speaking of animals that would do best with it, could you guys see this idea of like the helper robot used in like a rehabilitation capacity? Instead of a human and a zoonaut, but just using these to rehabilitate and keep an animal protected in nature while still also helping it grow. That sort of idea. What you guys think?
Especially towards the end, when they all came together to help, you could really see the impact.
Mm-hmm.
And that honestly to me was one of the most heartwarming parts of this movie, was just seeing the impact that Ross had made on all of these different animals. And really truly, they didn't really go into it a lot until that point, and that's when you really saw it. And it took the little gosling to really bring that out. But just seeing them all come together and them all help was just really and truly, it was very much a tearjerker at that point. I'll be honest with you. It was very, very powerful.
Yeah, I can see that with being a rehabilitation robot that either help out humans with and then rehabilitation to help them help them have a shoulder to lean on to walk them, or even as a animal. Like towards the end of the movie, the fox kind of grew on you when he realized, oh, y'all, by the time winter's over, nobody's gonna be alive in this hut. Y'all need to stop. and right then you start seeing, I won't eat nobody as long as we're in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fair enough. Which also brings me to the last question. How do you guys think nature would actually change if a robot like this was introduced to nature? And what I'm kind of getting at there is, do you think nature would almost become too lazy? Would it upset the balance of things because she more or less, or at least seemingly, like helped and saved a runt? Would it lean more that way and helping an animal that shouldn't technically be alive? So would we offset populations, or would it just be a good thing? More animals live and everybody's helped out. What you guys think?
So I could almost see it in a controlled environment. Like if you think like on the basis of like a zoo, let's just use that for example. Something like this could be very helpful in maintaining the habitat and the species and things like that. Something could be very helpful for it. I think in the wild, honestly, taking out the fact of these animals being characters and it just being real animals, I don't know that there would be much of a seamless transition for the robot to come in, to be honest with you. And I think that sort of how it was in the beginning when the robot was there and the animals were either territorial or they were afraid and they were attacking it, I think that's more of what you would see. So I don't necessarily know that it would really help, but in a controlled environment, absolutely, I think it could be very helpful.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you a little bit, Shane. Um, I think that the even as humans, I mean, we tend to what is it? Take the easiest way out, and I think
Mhm.
nature would probably do the same thing. If something is, if some robot is doing the work for us, we're going to say, okay, great, you did it for us. Okay, and I'm going to live there, whatever. And the problem with that is it's not going to be passed down from generation to generation
Mhm.
to, how animals, a lot of times they'll teach the next, a mother cub or a mother wolf will teach their cubs, okay, here's how you hunt, here's how you
Mhm.
do this, here's how you smell this, here's how you do that, um, and that's going to be taken away from them
Mhm.
if you have all of a sudden introducing a Roz type character into their environment who just wants to help, but helps too much. I think is
Mhm.
probably the
Yeah.
way I would look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this would do more harm than good with it you think it's going to be. I think nature itself is going to fight against it until they doing it. I agree with that. They're just going to all right. The robot's going to do it. I'm going to sit back and watch.
Mhm.
Well, that's
Life
like
will find a way.
teaching science. That is a principle I teach, and that is nature is basically lazy, because even on a molecular level, like even tiny molecules, what they want to do is chill out. Like, if something's hot, it wants to be cold so it can move less. People, we want to move less.
Yep.
Nature, animals, they want to move less. And
Fair.
so much of nature is just like a ball rolling down a hill. It's going to find the lowest point and then stop, because that's what it wants to do. It wants to stop. And so
Why do you think
a
we
lot
still
of
have hot tubs in 2025?
True.
We just
very,
want to
very
sit
true.
there and just chill.
Yeah,
They also
that's
might be
it.
time machines, though.
Maybe.
Sorry, that's a
We
whole
haven't
nother
done
movie.
that one yet.
That's a whole nother movie.
I have never seen that one either. So,
I haven't
but I'm
either.
not sure it's really appropriate.
No, it's not.
Not from
I've
what
never
I've
seen
heard.
it, and I know that.
Okay,
I've
then
seen
we're not okay. Go to the spreadsheet, delete, make sure that's not on there.
delete.
Yeah, yeah. All right. At this point, then that's all your questions, right, John?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So at this point, we are going to rate this on a scale of 0 to 5 lightsabers. Okay. So we're gonna rate this. Who chose this? John chose this movie, so we're gonna let John begin the rating.
All right, so fantastic film. Made me feel really good and gooey and gushy inside, especially watching it the first time around with the kids, and then the second time, and then the third time. And so it's definitely rewatchable. I think I could even watch it shortly after this and still be entertained and still enjoy it. I definitely think it's one of the few animated films that has done something like it has in really like the past 5 or 7 years, because a lot of what they're doing in the animated world are often remakes. So I think it's a pretty good trendsetter, I think, for doing something different, but also extremely well done. However, I will say I don't necessarily think it's a huge. When I say this, I don't mean in terms of making money, but it doesn't feel like a lot of our blockbuster sci-fi films, if that makes sense. There's not this huge emotional, deep well to it. And so it's missing something, even though it's extremely good. And so for me, that puts it at a 4.5.
Okay, Chad.
I was hoping on that going right. So, yeah, it was a great movie. Like I said, watched it the first time, watched it again. It seems to be the new Wally in my house. I want to watch Wild Robot. I'm kind of tired of it. So that's just how it goes in life. But being what it is, how good it is, how even it pulls your strings on certain aspects of it, makes you feel. I can't go to a 5 I'm about with John. It's got to be it's going to be a 4.5.
Okay, Shane.
So this was my first time seeing this movie, and I was impressed. It really did not feel like just an hour and 45-minute animated movie. It really did not. The storyline was really good. I felt like the characters were very well developed. You cared about pretty much all of them, even the beaver who was a jerk. But it really was a good good movie, good storyline. I'll say that whenever the Gosling was learning how to fly, the theme music with it, oh my gosh, it's like tearjerker the whole time. It was amazing. Really, really did a good job pulling at your heartstrings. Good story, good ending. Really, really left me wanting a little bit more, to be honest with you. I can't rate it a 5 just because of some of the other movies that we have rated as 5, but I think I'm going to go with a 4.5 also.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag. We went straight across the board, 4.5s, because I'm doing the same thing. I liked this. I'm going to compare it to WALL-E. I liked this movie so much better than WALL-E. I thought WALL-E was a cute movie, but it bashed you over the head with environmental this, and we're bad people. We're going to grow up, and this movie didn't portray any of that. I mean, other than, okay, the AI kind of went a little too far, and they were just doing what they were programmed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, I just got a text from somebody there. Sorry, I just got distracted from it. Squirrel.
Wrong movie.
But yeah,
right.
Wrong movie. I know. But no, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It really is. When my grandson's a little bit older, I'll definitely let him watch it, because I don't think it is. It's one of those ones that's not scary. It's fun. And it does, as Shane said, it kind of pulls on your heartstrings, especially, when he comes back and then the Gosling also is in charge too, and realizes, oh, I couldn't have gotten this far without Roz, even though Roz inadvertently killed my parents,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So 4.5 across the board.
Hey.
We haven't had that in a while, where
Yeah.
all of us are exactly. I mean, last week we had Lord of the Rings where we all did 5s. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's a little different.
And we had Captain America, but we haven't had, not a blockbuster. Let's put it that way. How about that way? Not a blockbuster movie where we were all like super agreeance on.
Yeah.
Ever. At least this year. I'm looking at all of our ratings right now.
Yeah, we haven't this year.
No.
At all. I mean, we've had close, I think Blade Runner, we were kind of close. Shane, said it was better than all the rest of us did. So
Sorry.
But no, I mean, we were close on a lot of these, and just, we've done some different movies this year too, that we haven't, they haven't all been super sci-fi, we've done some different, like Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, that's more of a fantasy realm. Heck, we did Iron Sky with those sci-fi guys, and that was just out there. John, you missed such a funny time.
That was
I'm so
that's
sorry.
a nice way to-
That's
yeah, that's a nice way to
we
say
all
it.
rated it 0,
Yeah.
but it was out there. But it was super fun.
Yeah, there could have been some negative numbers in there, but we couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's true. We could have. Anyway, we've kind of gotten away from fixing these, but when we rate them this high, I don't really think we need to go ahead and worry about fixing anything, because we all agree this is a really good movie. So, anyway, well, everyone, thank you all for watching, and until next time.
Crash and burn.
These Sci-Fi Guys is an independent broadcast and is not affiliated with this movie or TV series. We would love to hear from you. please contact us by leaving a comment below or by emailing us thesciFiGuys@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, or share this podcast with someone else who enjoys science fiction.